Sometimes you see an ad or a preview for a game that doesn't necessarily look like something you'd want to play, but you just can't get it out of your head. This is one of those games. Does it live up to the expectations that I created in my own imagination? Or is this another indie game that falls just a little flat of expectations? We'll find out on this Grade A Gamer's unscripted quick review of Season, A Letter to the Future. If you would go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, it would help me out. We're getting close to our goal. That's enough shilling. Let's get to the review. For graphics, I give Season, A Letter to the Future a 7 out of 10. The highly stylized graphics of Season, A Letter to the Future are very interesting, and they're definitely something that grabs your eye when you see the game in a glimpse. The problem is, while the highly stylized art does have its unique features that definitely are appealing, there's a lot of drawback to this type of washed out pastel watercolor presentation. It's the little things like missing visual cues in a game with no mini-map, no guidance system whatsoever. The lack of contrast can create a situation where you are passing by an important turn, leaving yourself lost for yet another 20 minutes as you're trying to figure out where you're even supposed to go, let alone how to get there. Gripes aside, there is visual appeal to Season, A Letter to the Future. The art style is unique, and it definitely creates a visual situation that we don't see a lot in video games. Most importantly, the visuals combine with the audio to make an experience that definitely is captivating and keeps you wanting more. And for that we get to the sound, which we've scored a 7.25 out of 10. Sound is a bit of a mixed bag in Season, A Letter to the Future.
Is that your name?
You can tell a lot of attention to detail is put on the environment and getting that sense of being out in the open on your bicycle, capturing the sights and sounds of this unknown place. However, the voice acting.
Season is ending soon. I want to tell you the dream now. Let's shut our eyes and lay on.
Our main character, she does as good of a job as she is allowed to given the script and the writing that's presented. The poor acting of the NPCs does draw a lot back from this game. The moment you get into a conversation with someone, any immersion that you've had built up just gets sucked right out of you with the first awkwardly worded and timed sentence. When it comes to fun, Season, A Letter to the Future gets a 7 out of 10. The fun to be had in Season, A Letter to the Future is really in the exploration. If you're a person that likes to be put into an area not knowing what to do, where to go, and how to get there, then this game will be right up your alley. As someone who's fallen victim to the constant heads-up display navigating me to my next destination, Season, A Letter to the Future is not typically a game that I would enjoy. That being said, I did have moments where I really enjoyed myself in this game, and most of it had to do with the exploration on the bicycle going from one point to another. The problem with the bicycle traversal in this game is the dreaded invisible walls that seem to be scattered throughout the most open of paths, stopping you dead in your tracks when you're trying to simply get to where you want to go. If it weren't for the frustrating bike mechanics, I probably would have rated Season, A Letter to the Future between an 8 and an 8.25 on the fun factor. But unfortunately, being constantly forced to get off my bicycle to rearrange myself 1 inch to the right to continue on my path is a bit frustrating and immersion breaking. Which leads us to our technical score, which is a 6 out of 10. The sudden halt to your progression on the bicycle is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the technical issues in Season, A Letter to the Future. I was stuck on top of a rock. I was forced to reboot my game because I simply got to a situation where I got locked in place. I understand that Season, A Letter to the Future was created by a small independent studio. Unfortunately, they didn't have the time to get this game out in a state that it deserved to be in, because it's a truly unique experience, deserving of attention from those who would typically pass this type of game by. Overall, I give Season, A Letter to the Future a 7 out of 10. If not for the technical issues and the bad acting of the NPC characters, I would probably rate this game closer to a 7.75. Unfortunately, these issues do detract enough from the game and what it tries to accomplish that I can't justify a higher score at this time. However, we'll keep an eye on Season, A Letter to the Future to see what patches are made and how gameplay improves as time goes on. Thanks for stopping by and watching this unscripted quick review for Season, A Letter to the Future. I appreciate any time you spend on my channel. Any like, any subscribe, it means the world to me. Don't forget we do have a contest for a PlayStation 5 disc console that ends March 1st, 2023. To learn how you can win this contest or any future contest, check out graydaygamers.com or click the link in the description to find out the details for the contest we have going on right now. In addition to all the other ways of entering the contest, there are 100 contest codes hidden in the videos that have been released in the last 3 months, so get to searching. Until next time, this is Gray Day Gamers saying, don't let gray skies rain on your parade. Just stay inside and play a game.